Hello, Spirit Fam. I am so excited to be here with you today because I wanted to showcase you my new Oracle deck. So if you've been watching my post recently, you know that earlier this week, I released my first Oracle deck called Essence of Divinity. Now, this has been a deck that I've been working on for an entire year. The imagery, making sure that the messages that were coming through for this deck was divine guidance that came to me and truly allowed me to be able to develop a deck of cards that truly allows you to connect to your own intuition, that allows you to connect to the divine, that allows you to connect to your entire essence, to feel that connection, to empower you to utilize your own intuition and become more enlightened by it. Now, I will tell you that this deck is a very powerful oracle deck. It ultimately presents inspiring messages that help you create your own personal growth to improve your life. Now, I want you to know that the reason I designed this deck is because I have a lot of clients who want to know, they want to learn how to read cards so that they can utilize that in their everyday life. And they want to further improve their intuition. And so I decided to develop this since I've been a psychic reader for more than 15 years. And I felt that it was actually time to create my own personal deck. Now, I will tell you that there are many more decks that I'm working on that will be coming out soon, but this one is of the greatest importance because this particular deck is designed in a way that will allow you to feel confident in yourself when you utilize this deck. This deck also does not come with a guidebook, and I want to explain to you why I did not create a guidebook with this deck. The reason is, when you are learning to connect to your own intuition and your own internal guidance system, it is important for us to listen to the whispers of our heart and our intuition on the messages that come through when you look at the imagery on the cards. That is what true intuitive reading is. It is listening to your own internal guidance system. I designed these cards in a way that you don't need a guidebook to deliver the message that it is intended to give you. It gives you a brief word with a brief message on each of the cards. But they're designed for you to truly look at the imagery, to listen, to see, to ultimately know what the imagery itself is speaking to you through your intuition. So let's take a minute to go through and look at some of these beautiful cards. I want you to know that there will be a link provided for you either in the description box up above or down below, depending on which platform you're viewing this on. And know that you can purchase these and utilize them in your everyday life. Now, these cards I love. I've always loved cards that would fit perfectly in the palm of my hand. Now, as a reader, I utilize all kinds of cards, and cards come in different sizes, different shapes. But I've used so many cards. If you have watched any of my videos, you know that I have cards of different sizes, different shapes, different thickness. And I designed these the way that I like the way that they feel in my hand. They do have a semi-gloss on them. They are thin. They are not a thick cardstock. They slide easily in and out of your hands. So when you are shuffling them, they're easy to shuffle. They're not thick, so they will fit in smaller hands and in larger hands. Now, if you have larger hands than I do, you will probably feel that these are very small. But I do own smaller card decks. So for me, this is the perfect size. This is a like 4.75 by 3.75. So this is perfect. And I feel that it fits perfectly in the palm of my hand. This is the back of the cards. And the imagery on these cards. Now this one is opportunities. And I was very in tune, and I made sure that each particular card represented its truest specific message. So the message with this opportunity card says, obstacles are just opportunities for growth and wisdom. Walk through them to elevate. I feel that this particular message with this card is pretty simple. I feel that a lot of times when we're faced with challenges or when we're faced with obstacles, we often just see the obstacle or the challenge, and we tend to let that sort of control our emotions, control our thoughts. It oftentimes makes us feel stuck, and it makes us feel stagnant, as if we can't move, we can't breathe, there's no solution. And the reason I chose an open door is because I want you to understand that even though when you are faced with obstacles, you have to look at it from a positive perspective. Obstacles are merely an opportunity for you to grow, an opportunity for you to learn a different way of doing something, a different way of thinking something, a different way of saying something. It is an opportunity for you to move past something that has made you feel stuck, that has made you feel restricted. And when you can utilize that opportunity to move past that obstacle or that challenge, you grow, you expand, you elevate, you learn something new that you didn't once know before. And this is the reason why you don't need a guidebook with the cards that I've designed, because it's for you to truly look at the imagery and allow the images to speak to your intuition, to speak to your internal guidance system. I want you to know that the year that I spent in creating this deck, it was created with all of you in mind. All of the people that I have read for through the years, all of the daily messages that I provide you guys with on a daily basis. My goal with this deck is to help you become enlightened, empowered, and confident in trusting yourself and your intuition. So I want to thank you all for this amazing opportunity. And if you want to get your own personal deck, I have put the link in the description down below. Namaste, guys.